And we are back for round 2. Same decks, same matchup. Let's try to keep the trend going. Alright, we won the die roll. Wow. I believe this is the hand that inspired the phrase YOLO. I'm gonna keep. This could be extremely bad or extremely good, depending on how fast Josh's draw is. And how quickly we find our second land, but... Oh, well that's good. But I decided to go full on Brian Bronwyn and keep this one. So I'm going to go to 15 next turn to fire off double Thoughtseize, I think. Depends on Shivan Reef into Springleaf Drum. Okay, I'm definitely firing off Thoughtseizes now. If Josh had played a creature, I might have wanted to just cast the Caryatid and start building a defense, but now that he got that. Okay, so I'm just going to take both of Josh's creatures here and leave him with the Ascendancy and the Strike, trying to draw into one, but unable to. Or having, like, if he doesn't, he's just dead. Like, if I take the Strike and the Ascendancy, I'm either taking the 2 creatures or the 2 spells here. No question. If I take Crusader and Swiftspear, then Josh has to draw into a creature. If I take Strike and Ascendancy, he can draw creature or spell, and both of them are somewhat reasonable. But also I have the other Thoughtseize waiting to take the Ascendancy, in which case Josh only has the Defiant Strike, which is not good for him. So I'm going to grab both of his creatures and then take the Ascendancy next turn. Confluence. Okay, so we have Confluence, Temple of Enlightenment. Alright, played that. Confluence, Strike, and Ascendancy. And we'll see what happens there. Alright, perfect. Thoughtseize into Caryatid is great. Okay, Defiant Strike, Favored Hoplite. We'll take the Favored Hoplite. Opponent still has Strike, Ascendancy, and Confluence. We're all the way down to 12 through no fault of Josh's. Okay. I think Ascendancy is resolving. Okay. So, Josh just has Defiant Strike that we know about. I'll cast my Courser. We'll see what's up. Utter End is a fantastic draw. We'll always yield to this. So I'm not going to crack the fetch. After I draw, if I don't have a land, I'll probably crack the fetch. And then if I get a land, there's a good chance I'm just casting Elspeth. Okay. So we have Defiant Strike, 1 unknown. Alright, 2 unknowns. That guy's getting reasonably large. He's going to be a 4/4, I believe. Okay, making it blue. Yeah, 4/4. After all of the triggers and the Defiant Strike resolves. That's pretty nuts. Okay. Discarded Laguna Band Elder. Or Trailblazer, rather. Elder does something different, I think. Okay. Scried the card to the bottom, discarded the Laguna Band. Trailblazer. Attacks for 4. I'm pretty sure I'm going to just exile the Ascendancy this turn. I don't think I can take the chance of Josh having the action and getting there with some sort of combo finish. Plains is definitely the grab here. Okay, we have Siege Rhino coming. We can't cast Elspeth anyways. Jeskai Ascendancy is going goodbye. And I will leave Courser to back to block if I need to use the strike. Alright. So again, pretty good position. Don't have much of anything to worry about. Okay. That's not the best draw, but it is a draw. Okay. Might be able to even up the life totals here. Either way, 12 is significantly out of danger. Okay, we're good. Hopefully the card beneath Elspeth is an untapped land. It is not. I'll bash. Wow. Josh just has lands in his hand, I guess. No, he didn't play one last turn. Maybe he still has lands. I don't know. Regardless. Alright, well, we'll cast Elspeth next turn, I guess, but Josh is forced to block. Can stick a Caryatid. Okay, taking 2 no matter what, unless he has a trick, which, okay, he does. God's willing, sure. So he loses neither of his creatures, and I deal 1 point of trample damage. Yes. Unless he has something else. No. Okay. Go ahead and cast the Caryatid and pass the turn. So at this point, Josh can probably guess that we have the second Elspeth in our hand, as well as the one that he knows about. Well, gonna gain a life. Alright, Wingmate Rock is great. I'm not going to shuffle that away. And we'll see what else Josh has. Double blocking the Rhino. Interesting. In case he has a trick, I'm going to deal damage to the Swift Spear first. So that I make sure to at least get some material out of the transaction. And then, of course, Elspeth is coming down and +1ing. And that should be game. Sure. All right. That was round 2. Apparently, Abzan is not a very good matchup for the Jeskai deck at all. Siege Rhino and Courser are pretty big problems for it. I haven't seen any Titan Strength so far, which leads me to believe that Josh's list isn't running them. I'm not exactly familiar with the spell suite on these Jeskai heroic decks, but Seems likely that Josh isn't running any Titan strengths, and it seems likely that Abzan is just has a really good matchup against that. We'll go to sideboarding. Cut, drowns, blights, and Lair. In for Elspeth's, Ajani and the Abzan Charms, I believe. And that should work out. Great. So our BBD keep ended up working in our favor. I think it was a fine keep. Not entirely sure about Josh's decision to play Springleaf Drum first. Oh, this hand is a little sketchy. Josh is mulliganing. I've carried it into Regenerating Blocker, as well as Death Dealer the next turn or two. So I think this is a keep, but I would like to draw into some good cards. Some removal mostly. So I think Josh's decision to play the Springleaf Drum on turn 1 that last game was probably incorrect. Okay, we'll take 2. It's probably incorrect because I have Thoughtseize in my deck. I'm gonna fetch away land because I don't want to draw any others. Get a forest, cast the Caryatid, and I have Hero's Downfall next turn. So now I will go ahead and block the soldier, I believe. I don't have a Siege Rhino that I need to cast on tap next turn or anything, so... Oh, Seeker of the Way. Okay. I guess I'm blocking no matter what then. I think I play Thoughtseize into Confluence and Downfall. But I'm definitely going to Thoughtseize here. Okay. Josh has Ajani's Presence, Defiant Strike, and Favored Hoplite. So I'm definitely taking Ajani's Presence. And then I will play Confluence and just pass the turn. Defiant Strike targeting a Crowan Crusader. So the hope here is that he just didn't draw a God's Willing or another Ajani's Presence, and we can prevent him from drawing a card and decrease his velocity by a significant amount. If not, we're taking somewhere in the realm of 8 damage. Okay, good. Somewhere in the realm of 9 damage, actually. Okay, so Defiant Strike is countered because it has no legal targets. I'm taking 5. Alright, going to 8. That's fine. Completely reasonable. I want to be able to trigger Raid on Wingmate Rock, so I'm just going to cast the Death Dealer and pass the turn. I really think that a little bit of interaction is necessary in the heroic deck. Something like something more than something more than just a couple of copies of Jeskai Charm and some Godswellings. Defiant Strike targeting the Hoplite, that's reasonable. Triggers Prowess. Hoplite becomes a 3/3. The reason I think that something like Titan Strength and Hammerhand is necessary, we'll go for the actual kill. Actually killing the Seeker of the Way here. I don't think Josh drew anything. We'll call the bluff. Retraction Helix, targeting that. Okay. So we get to trade with the Seeker here. Okay, not bad, not bad. I'm going to hold the fetch, just downfall in my main phase. Take some damage and then hopefully I don't just die here. I would love to draw an untapped land that doesn't deal me damage. Well, that's good. I'll take it. I'm not going to fetch because then Monastery Swiftspear kills me. I guess, yeah. And we'll pass the turn. That Drown in Sorrow was very good. Okay, Fevered Hoplite. I have to cast the Wingmate Rock here because it might be my last chance to do so. If I Bile Blight, I go down to 1 and then I can't cast the rock anymore. Okay, Ascendancy is fine. It's not amazing. I'm just gonna go ahead and attack, gain life. And then Drown in Sorrow. No, I'll Bile Blight instead, I think. Yeah, we'll Bile Blight. Okay, so Josh can't loot. Was considering Dragon Mantling my Wingmate Rock, maybe? Alright. I'll go up to 2. He can definitely Dragon Mantle my Sylvan Caryatid. I would have kept to the Monastery in hand for looting purposes. No point in thought seizing here. I want to achieve a reasonably high life total before I even consider doing that. That was a draw. I will gain life. I will not fetch because, hello, Siege Rhino. That's gonna stabilize. Nothing. Alright. I'm now out of Jeskai charm range as well. Assuming Josh kept them in, which is possible. Okay, Seeker of the Way resolves. Dragon Mantle that we predicted, that also resolves. Chooses to loot. Discards a God's Willing. Okay. Seeker of the Way gains lifelink. Untaps. Gets +1/+1. Dragon Mantle resolves. Draws a card. If it's a spell, okay. It's not a non-creature spell, so I believe we're in good shape here. Definitely gain a life. Another Courser is completely reasonable on top. Now I feel comfortable thought seizing. Okay, Mana Confluence. Let's go ahead and Drown in Sorrow. I'll keep that on top, obviously. Then I cast a Rhinoceros. Attack for 1, gain 2 life. And we're looking at lethal next turn. There we go. Okay, so that's the match. 2-0 for the first 2 matches, which is very promising. I think it says a lot about the matchup. This does not seem good for Jeskai. So if you're looking for a deck to beat Jeskai Heroic, it's looking like it's going to be Abzan mid-range. And if you're expecting a lot of Abzan mid-range, don't play Jeskai Heroic. But we still have 3 more matches to go. Maybe Josh will be able to turn it around. So thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next video.